Hey, Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Bashim, Yahushai, Bashim, Kakadash. Shalom to you elders out there. Well, I meant to the elect. Also you elders, but shalom to the elect out there, you brothers and sisters, the elders, sisters, elders, apostles, members of the elect. Shalom is your brother Elder Ayathan. And just a quick hit video. This popped up on my feed, this video here, so I'm going to play it. But before that, I want to read a scripture. And this is in Habakkuk. I'm going to start at 2:1. And it says, I will still stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. We brought this out many times, breaking it down, but I'll break it down again briefly. And this is going to the prophets, okay? Pursuant to Isaiah 42:9, pursuant to Amos 6:7, okay, that before the Most High does anything, he reveals them unto his servants, the prophets. You see? Going into Matthew's the 24th chapter, going into Revelation, the spirit of Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy. So standing upon my watch, meaning watching what's going on in his world. What did Yahushua say? Watch as well as pray, okay? You know, the disciples, even Esau watches, man. Esau watches. Esau's got his monthly prognosticators, his astrologers. They study the astrology. They study the stars. They know what time it is. Okay? They know what time it is. Remember, you know what's a perfect example? When Yahushua was born and Herod sent out a decree, he knew that the deliverer of Israel was about that time that he was to be born. The wise men knew. There were different signs where they had inclinations, you know? They had inclinations of what time it was. So Esau knows that his time is just about up, you know? The prophets know that his time is about up. And that's what I'm going to go into this video. That the Most High set up the prophets that have been watching before I came into truth. You know, even before the apostles as you know them today. Their elders came into truth, you know? So these are things that were passed down through the elders, you know, the prophecies. And as you watch this video, you're going to see the prophecies that GMS in particular have been bringing out, because we're the main ones that really we're the only ones that focus on prophecy, that have been since you know us. That's what you know us for focusing, speaking about prophecy, right? Going way back 10, 20, as far back as y'all remember, when each one of you found us on YouTube, going back to 07, some brothers said they seen us before then, but really 07, when we were on YouTube, or the YouTube, right, you seen us speak about prophecy. You saw the signs, and the signs were martial law, mark of the beast, about NATO, you know, breaking down how NATO is going to separate, turn against the whore, which is doing that right now, you know. So we've been standing upon our watch, and set me upon a tower. Proverbs 18:10. That tower is Yahweh, Bashim, Yahushai. You know, like I quoted in Revelation, the spirit of Yahushai is a spirit of prophecy, right? Pursuant to 1 Thessalonians, the 5th chapter. Right? We're the children of the light. We have no need that someone tell us what time it is, because we're watching. While the rest of the world is asleep, they're just catching on now because the prophecies are speaking. So people are just starting to catch on. And will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. Verse 2, and the Lord answered me and said, write the vision, and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. So where is this vision written? This vision is written in a book that people today call the Bible, all right? Which just means book. The Holy Bible, the pure book. This is where these visions are written. I mean, go back and watch our camp. We was going all into this. You know, you read about the vision, perfect example, book of Revelation, John the Revelator, you know, those visions. And the prophets are the only ones that are able to break down the vision. The mark of the beast was a vision that John had in Revelation. You know, the final battle between Yahushai and the angels, NATO, and the armies, John the Revelator had those visions. Ezra's had those visions. Those are visions they had, and they were frightened. Woe is me, you know, because it was vivid. It was like they were there. You know, I've had dreams where I felt like I was there and I woke up sweating because it felt like I was actually there, you know. So here it is, generations later, us, or the prophets that have the spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, were able to break down a vision, you know. And how do you know that a man of the Lord, how do you know a prophet was sent by the Lord? Well, the way you know is that whatever that man speaks actually comes to pass. So verse 2 says, and the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. Okay, here's the point, verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Right? Going back to, Isaiah 34 and 16, seek ye out of the book of the Lord. Right? And then it says, none of these shall fail, meaning none of the prophecies shall fail. Right? Here it says, but at the end it shall speak, talking about the prophecies, and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Okay? It will surely come. Now watch this. You know, so this is an officer talking about the mandates that Sleepy Joe is trying to pass. So listen to this.
No, and I can guarantee you there will be hundreds of thousands of officers walking away the same day those orders come down. We don't protect and serve the government. We protect and serve the people.
So, see, he's wrong there. And again, this is something that we've been breaking down since I can remember, that the badge that they wear, and officers, this shows you that these officers don't even know this. They do work for the government. You work for the Rothschilds. The badge that you wear, that you so proudly, when you put it on, you get bold and you think you're Superman. That badge is a badge, that's a Rothschild shield, because you are property of the Rothschilds. You were hired to serve and protect them. When you read he said to serve and protect the people. When you read the people, the term the people, when you read the Constitution, we the people, is not talking about you average American citizens. It's talking about the ruling bodies. So yes, officer, you are here to serve the people, but the people are the elites. You see, are the elites.
This is all hypothetical, and I'm not, a big conspiracy theorist. But given everything that went down the last year, it's not too far-fetched anymore. Anything can happen. But what I'm saying is, we are all human, just like you all are. So
he said he's not a conspiracy theorist. Again, conspiracy, that was a word that was invented by the CIA to demonize anybody or to shame anybody that's bringing out truth. So they invented that word. Look it up for yourself. Just Google it. It's right there. Now, another thing that we've been talking about to you brothers and sisters, all right, ever since I can remember, is that they don't need the police force. Remember, we've been telling you they got troops, hired troops, foreign troops, because they know that these police officers, and what they're going to do is they're going to replace the police officers with the military, which they've done this throughout the whole George Floyd and on Antifa ordeal. Remember, they bring in the military. That was all practice runs. Okay, so they don't need a police. They'll just replace them with the military. But you know what? The military's going to get cold feet. Also, they already know this. They got this plan already. They know the police are not gonna, a large majority of them are gonna turn in their badges, as well as the military's not gonna go through it, because they're in their backyard. They got their cousins, they got their friends, family members, so they're not gonna go through these orders because they have their loved ones here. A lot of them are actually deceived, thinking that they're actually here to serve and to protect citizens, but you're not. You're here to serve and protect the elites. So a lot of them are gonna turn away from the duties. So what they're gonna do, and they show you this in damn, what the hell is that movie? The Purge, is that they're gonna hire they've got Gurkha troops, some foreign military on standby, on standby, that they have contract killers, and they're gonna send them in lieu of the police officers and the military. Okay.
To enforce that at work here.
That's in the book of 2nd Ezra, talks about the great insurrection, and then it talks about how they're going to run up in houses, sparing none.
On other people's families, then that means that there are officers where we live enforcing that onto our families. We live in a free country.
See what I'm talking about? Their own families. Okay, so they're not going to go through with this because you're going to have a fellow officer, you know, locking up his boys' family. They're not going to do that, you know, because they have they're not going to do that.
Whether you want to be vaccinated or unvaccinated, it should not be the government's decision.
Yeah, TikTok's been putting out a lot of heat lately. But yeah, so you see, brothers and sisters, that what we've been speaking about, you see it all coming together. You know, you see it all coming together. So anyway, with that, you know, that's all I wanted to say. I'm going to say shalom. All praise to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua Bashim Kakadash. May the Most High Yahweh Bashim Yahushua be with you all. Shalom.